As an educator, I've been watching the VR space for a while now, and I can see that people are getting quite excited about it, especially now that the tools are getting a lot more affordable. And so as an educator, we're always looking for ways to engage students, right? So it's extremely exciting that we're seeing this happen, but I'm also very wary of the misuse potentially of that technology, or also that it's taking away again from the connection point that we need with students. So we already know that our digital devices are causing students to be disconnected from their community and their peers. And VR for me is exciting, but it's also something that needs caution, and it needs to be appreciated as just another tool in an already huge repertoire of tools that we do have as educators, and not to get too carried away with it because it's kind of fun and novelty. As a learning designer, VR is super exciting. However, thinking about how to design that way has also got my mind boggling. So I'm not quite sure yet how we're going to get that design process to to a point that it's going to give a good ROI for the students and for the institutions in which we're designing for. We're still struggling at the moment as learning designers to really convey how much it actually takes to create a video such as this one that you're watching, let alone somebody trying to unpack the design process it will take to create a VR experience in a technology that's still very, very in its infancy. So I'm excited, but I'm also not sure yet when it's going to become actually available for most people to use, so that we can actually get the adoption we need to see the improvements we need in the design process down the track. I think VR is very exciting, but as teachers we really need to understand how to purposefully use it in the classroom. And that means really assessing, is this actually going to be a valuable learning experience by using VR, or could have I done this in another way, in a much more cheaper, engaging, face-to-face, sort of collaborative way. VR can be a very isolating experience. It is somebody within a headset, and it could lead to more disconnection depending on how it is used. So we want to be able to make sure it's actually being used at the right time, with the right students, for the right reasons. And that is our biggest challenge right now as educators, because we haven't got a chance yet to really play with it from a design element. We've just been dished up VR content through other providers. We really need to start playing in there to see how we can actually make it purposeful and engaging inside the classroom, and not just another shiny thing that we all get excited about.